Reflecting its long history, many of the houses sheltering our families in this community today were here when this century dawned, and some were here to see the dawn of the century before. They are meticulously preserved in the spirit of their beginnings, and when the roads are empty, it is easy to imagine how this community looked and felt to those who lived here 100 years ago and more. It is country living with cows grazing along the creek and horses racing the wind in each other in the pastures. It's country, but it's also close to Albany and a day trip to and from either New York City or Boston. It's the best of both worlds to the people who live here. It's the kind of place where visiting with your neighbors at the post office is as important as picking up your mail. It's a great place to raise kids. There is a sense of community here that long ago disappeared from most other places. It's a place where people care about each other and nurture the community and its institutions. And it's been that way for hundreds of years. That's why the prospect of a mammoth highway travel plaza on the Berkshire Spur section of the New York Thruway that runs along the Rensselaer-Columbia County line between Bunker Hill and Woodward Roads was met in the community with anger and outrage. The $15 million travel plaza, a joint project of the New York State Thruway Authority and the McDonald's Corporation, threatened to turn 37 pristine acres into a 22,000 square foot complex that would be anchored by a McDonald's and would include a tourist information center, a gift shop, and a second restaurant. We worried about environmental damage, increased crime, traffic problems, and tax issues, as well as the very real possibility of the end of a special way of life. That's when a new alliance was born, the concerned citizens of Schodack, Chatham, and Kinderhook, bringing together residents of the towns surrounding the proposed travel plaza in order to defeat it. We dubbed the fight the Second Battle of Bunker Hill, after our road and after the inspiration we took from the resolve and determination that were so important at the first Bunker Hill. We recruited, we organized, we held community meetings, and soon we were ready to fight. Petitions were signed. Money was raised. Letters were written by the hundreds to the editors of every publication in the area. And the media were given a complete version of our side of the story.
And that McDonald's has veto power over this site.
Yard signs bloomed on almost every lawn, and almost every lapel sported one or more protest buttons. We hired an attorney who specializes in environmental issues. We consulted environmental experts. We enlisted the aid of our local politicians. Town and county officials from both Rensselaer and Columbia counties became our allies, and State Senator Stephen Saland became an especially vigorous advocate.
And again, a very special thanks for all of your help.
We gathered information and talked and met with officials from the state, the Thruway Authority, and from McDonald's. We packed the scoping hearing and spoke from our hearts.
Only through stumbling upon a talkative surveyor that we even found out about this project.
And I had to say that you gentlemen have been disingenuous.
What we want is for the Thruway Authority to show enlightened thinking in regard to this proposal and not just legal technicalities.
I'm going to fight you.
I come to you this evening to talk to you as a grandmother and a mother. My children grew up in North Chatham.
Our impact was huge.
Business question.
I can't give you the answer. That's my answer. And the answer may not satisfy you, but that is an answer.
No, listen, I'm not. What goes into the choice making?
We're not here to, I can't give you that, John. tonight. What I can
We began to receive positive press coverage from every local media outlet and from the New York Times. The work continued as the next major event was planned. A cavalcade of cars to McDonald's area headquarters. Hundreds of residents turned out for the drive, along with Golden Archie, a local animal resident who took the position that in our area, beef ought to remain on the hoof.
McDonald's, travel, Plaza Norway. We deserve a break today. McDonald's, travel, Plaza Norway. We deserve a break today. Now, I think in the press release we said that Golden Archie was going to say a few words this morning. Let me see what it is he has to say. Old MacDonald stole our farm, E-I-E-I-O, and on this farm they built a plaza, E-I-E-I-O, with air pollution here, noise pollution there, waste in our well water everywhere. Old MacDonald stole our farm, E-I-E-I-O, and on this farm there were no cows, E-I-E-I-O, with no moose here, no moose there, just loud trucks riding everywhere. Old MacDonald stole our farm, E-I-E-I-O, and on this farm there was no joy, E-I-E-I-O.
McDonald's officials chose not to attend, but we left them some mementos of our visit, including a basket of homegrown products and lots of press coverage on Saturday evening's television news and in the Sunday papers.
From WNYT, Albany, this
We're trying to build a 30 to 80 acre travel plaza on the Berkshire Spur between Bunker Hill and Woodward Roads, right in the middle of our rural community.
As the head of a fast food chain that often boasts the billions of burgers it sells, it's no doubt that McDonald's loves traffic, it loves lots of volume, but it probably doesn't like it here at its regional headquarters.
Then, suddenly, it was all over. Just a few days after the cavalcade, then Governor Mario Cuomo issued a statement telling the world the Bunker Hill, Woodward Road site was being dropped from consideration. The community rejoiced.
You know, we're just thankful that for us, our village is saved, and all of the issues that we've raised along the way, whether it was water pollution or air pollution and noise and all the rest of it, that people have agreed to see the light.
We celebrated with a community-wide victory party. And then things settled down, but they've never been quite the same. The sense of community is stronger than ever. We know our neighbors better now, and we share the strong bond of having worked closely together for a common cause and winning. We prize our institutions even more highly now, having faced the prospect of losing them, and new plans are constantly being made to preserve and make this remarkable place even better. And it's still a great place to raise kids.